This young mare was transported about 1,500 miles. She developed what is known as shipping fever, and a morning or two after she arrived she was discovered in a condition that was extremely acute. She had shown no outward signs of shipping fever when fed the previous evening. She was found aspirating and barely able to breathe the next morning. This upcoming video will be difficult to watch, but perhaps it will help to know that she survived, and not only that, but thrived after her MRS treatments and veterinary intervention. So please bear with us while you watch in amazement at what the MRS did for this mare. We have over an hour of tape of this event should anyone wish to obtain the entire event to share with doctors or veterinarians. We called the veterinarian immediately upon discovering the mare. He was an hour and a half away. He listened to the mare's breathing on the cell phone and agreed that the prognosis was not good at all, and he doubted he could get there in time to save her. All we could do was to watch her slowly die until we thought about putting the MRS on her. Our experience with the MRS was still very limited, and our technical knowledge of how and why it worked was practically non-existent, so we had no idea if it would do anything for her or not. After the first couple of minutes, what we saw and heard was astounding, and we knew no one would believe us if we simply told them, so we ran and got the video camera so that others could see firsthand what we saw. I'm going to put the pad back on now. Okay, I just put it back on. It's been about 15 seconds. She's got that heavy labored. And in less than 30 seconds, that gargly noise stops again. I don't know what it's doing, but it's doing something good. This magnetic resonance stimulation puts about 200% oxygen into the body. So we're having such a hard time getting any oxygen in there. We can't help but get some improvement with this stimulation therapy. Now she's feeling more comfortable again. Every time I take the MRS off, her breathing is very difficult, and within a couple of minutes of my putting it back on, her breathing is much improved. It's okay, honey. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Good. Just lay it over her back that way. Keep the camera going. I'm going to turn it back on. Power it up. Okay, it's ready. Put the timer back on. Polarity. sensitivity level. I'm just putting it on sensitive is all this whole time. And I'm starting it. Now I just have to put the pad a long ways back over her. Come here, honey. Sorry with the camera here. I'm all by myself. Okay, got it back on her again. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to keep the pad going throughout the day, on and off, until we can see if we can, the drugs can help us so that we don't get that rattling effect, and then we know we've got some improvement going on here. And just before we give the next dose of drugs later today, we will do some more videotaping of her, and we'll see where she's at. Here's our girl the next day, feeling great. We're giving her, she had 2 more treatments today and 1 last evening. Breathing is great. She's got her drugs in her too. We've had a wonderful time sharing with you our amazing experiences using the MRS 2000 with its magnetic resonance stimulation. We could easily fill hours of video. These were just some of the highlights. Visit our website at www.zorse.com to see the rest of our fabulous equines and what we do here at the ranch. Obviously, the MRS and MediConsult have become a welcome and now necessary part of our daily lives at the ranch, both for the humans and for the animals. And we can't imagine how we have functioned here without it. Look on our website for a link to obtain this video and others as we continue to document the results using magnetic resonance stimulation on humans and animals. Bye for now from the Spots and Stripes Ranch.